Hello again. We are introducing today the two-speed system. Now, this is a system that is almost 100% a sneaky, what we call sneaky trainer moves, and probably one of the sneakiest ever, and one of them that's been around forever. Yet it is very, very hard to discern this angle if you're just looking at the past performances. What we're basically looking for here are horses that show decent early foot and then maybe fade in the lane, but don't fade badly in the lane. In other words, sometimes they'll lose a length or two, then gain a little bit back. Other times we call what is stop and coast. They'll kind of slow down, maybe lose a length, and then just stay in the same place. Now, the key here is that most horses, if they start losing ground in the stretch, they just keep going backwards. Horses, though, that lose a little bit of ground and then don't lose any more or even gain a little bit are almost certainly purposely ridden that way by the jockey. Now, a lot of players, most players, we say 80% of the players really never consider the plight of the trainer. And we're not talking about the Bob Bafferts, the Todd Pletchers, the Ken McPeaks, the Asmussen family, the really top name trainers. While those trainers can still use this move and maybe do once in a while, most of these moves are used by trainers that lesser known trainers who need to pay a lot of bills. It's very, very expensive training a racehorse, paying your employees, paying your insurance costs, listening to your owners, getting pressure from the owners, or why doesn't my horse win? So a lot of trainers will use these moves to set up a horse because they need to obviously capture a purse or a nice part of the purse, or perhaps cash a big bet. I'd say actually overall, over the years, there's probably maybe 40-50% of trainers who bet semi-seriously on their horses and often, can cash a decent bet. Most of them are out after a purse. And again, because of all the pressure that's on them to pay bills, they'll often use these trainer methods. And there's a lot of trainer angles, a lot of angles that trainers use, but this overall is one of the most potent we've ever seen. And again, it's something that's been around for a long, long time, but the reason that these horses still seem to pay a lot is that, often pay a lot, is that because the public has a very difficult time finding these lengths gained, lengths lost, lengths, horses not losing any ground or losing only a little bit of ground in the run to the wire. And it is very, very difficult to find in the past performances. So often the jockey is told to ride the horse in this particular way. Now, the horses that run this, even a horse may be in good condition and have potential to win, and they may still hold back, hold the horse back, and then get them back in a short period of time to cash a big bet. So understand that this is a very, very critical and potent trainer angle. Also, that the vast majority of the racing public has no idea about any trainer angle, don't really realize that the trainer is the one who directs the show, where to put the horse, where to place the horse, finding races in the condition book. So this one, again, while we've done many trainer angle software, this one really is one of the most potent. And you can see here, like we say here, it's not just a coincidence that you get these kind of prices. They're not obviously not going to all be like this, but here's like a $24 horse and $62 exacta, $32 win on a horse, and again another exacta $123, $51 horse, longest shot in the field by far in a stakes race. And this horse looks like it was set up perfectly. And not only that, did the public totally ignore it? The horse ended up winning like by 5 lengths. Also, you'll get plenty of just average prices in $7.15. You'll get a lot. Here's an $8.60 horse, $11 horse. Now, one of the other real nice things about this horse, we have other software that kind of does this same thing. But here's another great benefit of the two-speed system when the Morning Line Favorite is the actual top selection, Morning Line Favorite, and the actual top selection. Then the win rate is 43% plus. Now, these horses, again, are often shorter prices, but not always. For example, here's one that fits the 43% plus win rate, and the horse pays $8.80. Here's another, $7.34. Again, this is a stakes race too, and while this methodology overall does best in claiming races up to say 40 or 50,000, it still can hook horses in at decent prices in stakes races. Here's a more likely favorite, that actual Morning Line Favorite. Even though it was a 5-2, he only paid $3.90 for the win because of a couple scratches. So basically, if you take a look at the website, we have a question and answer item here. The average race card, 2 to 4 plays. You can play maiden races, but almost all of them have to have had 3 or more career starts. So a lot of maiden races are eliminated. Overall win percentage of the top plays, 36%. Average mutual, 941. That we explain what the columns mean and what kind of running lines the program is looking for. Runouts almost non-existent. And again, you'll get your big prices mixed in with your shorter prices, but you do not get long runouts. You can play to win, place, and show. Show rate is probably in the 80% range or so. And again, you can do this by hand. You'll get the actual text there, but it's a very, very tedious process. So having the program makes a big, big difference. Also, the original author has used the system forever. And he says basically that you can do even better if you use a money management product like Bob Anthony's Smart Bet, or Jerry Savage's Out of the Red into the Black is a really good one. So basically, it's an excellent trainer angle. You'll hit frequently. Again, doesn't have a play in every race. And it's $118, which we think is very reasonable, because this was a very difficult to program, a very different software to program, because it has to look at little slices of the race. And fortunately, with the state of the art and the digital time, feet per second, that's very possible these days. And Len, of course, does a very good job. So give us a call, 1-800-696-0067. Order from our website, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you.